I'm experiencing more deeper sleep. I'm experiencing way better bowel movements. The constipation is almost not an issue anymore, and my energy levels are pretty good. My name is Camie McAllister Smith. So back in the beginning, I'm 25 years old, pregnant with my last child. And I go to the emergency room because I feel like something's wrong, and they just sent me home saying nothing was wrong. And I went back and they sent me home again, and I went back and they sent me home again. And then I finally went back and said, something is seriously wrong and I'm not leaving until you figure it out. So turns out my appendix had ruptured. I'm 7 months pregnant, so we had to do an emergency C-section. And we're just, both of us, full of toxins, so we're both super sick. We were in the hospital quite a while. And I think that was the start of my health decline. So a few years later, I end up having to have a hysterectomy. And then after that, I was only 32 at that time. And then I started getting kidney stones. And this last one, they kept telling me I didn't have a stone. And I'm in so much pain. And so 11 months goes by. I've been to the emergency room. I've been to multiple different doctors. And then finally, they diagnosed a stone. So we scheduled a surgery to remove it, and it didn't work. They couldn't get it. So now my kidney is super inflamed, 3 times bigger than it should be. I had to get one of those nephrectomy tubes, is that what it's called, to drain it, and then another surgery to finally remove this stone. So 11 months total, that stone was stuck in my ureter. So I'm thinking I'm all good to go. I'm gonna be so much better, but I'm not. I'm still in pain. So we have to do more scans, more testing, and finally was diagnosed with something called nutcracker syndrome, which is a vascular compression of the renal vein. It's such a rare disorder that there's only like a handful of doctors in the whole U.S. that know how to treat it. So in all of my research and talking to some specialists, come to find out, I don't think I ever even needed that hysterectomy. It was all vascular related. So brain fog and fatigue and pain for years I've been dealing with, years and years. Searching for answers. It's been a ride. So before I was diagnosed with the nutcracker syndrome, and I'm still dealing with the kidney stone issue, is when I found ZenCleanz. Just in my research, I just stumbled upon it. I was just searching for anything that could help me, and read through all of the content on the site. Studied it for a long time before I finally got on Facebook and asked some questions, and they recommended I start with the kidney cleanse. So I did that. And oh my goodness, what an amazing experience that was. I had so much energy that I haven't had in years while I was taking that. And that made a believer out of me. So after that, I did the one cleanse, and that was a great experience as well. And then I got diagnosed with the nutcracker syndrome, and I've had to put it on hold till I got this figured out and fixed. So I had to go through a renal auto transplant where they just lower the kidney down. And I just did that in January. And then right after that surgery, I started taking the micellia for the inflammation and all of the gut essentials. And that was incredible. I really, truly believe that helped my healing so much. I was released from the hospital only after the 2nd day. And you know how it is with constipation after a surgery, after all of those pharmaceuticals. And when you have an abdominal surgery, you can't push. And so I was taking all of those, and what a difference. I was not constipated. I wasn't at the mercy of the pharmaceuticals that they prescribed to help with that. And it was such a blessing. I'm experiencing more deeper sleep. I'm experiencing way better bowel movements. The constipation is almost not an issue anymore. And my energy levels are pretty good. I would say those are the main things that I've experienced. I believe that if you detox your mind, your body will follow. And so I really put a lot of focus onto the things I think about and the things I'm saying out loud. It's just not about what you eat or drink. It's about what you think and say too. And so I focused a lot on that. So emotionally, detoxing is definitely a thing. Well, I I have already finished my micellia bottle that I was taking right after my surgery. And I have the ambrosia that I couldn't take in the beginning because it created too much gas and that was too painful. So I'm starting that right now this month. And then I want to do another kidney cleanse, but it's out of stock at the moment. And then after that, I plan on continuing and just starting over maybe the rainbow cleanse. A lot of healing to do. And I got on to some cleanse kits and some webpage, and I don't remember which web it was, but they recommended ZenCleanz. So I clicked on it and just read and was so inspired from everything I read. And then I went on to YouTube and started listening to testimonials. And it wasn't long before I said, oh, I think this is key for me. This is going to be a game changer. I'm excited. I would say definitely set your mind for a new future with intention. Be prepared for the emotional aspect for it. Because like I said before, detoxing is not just about what you eat or drink. It's about what you put into your brain. It's still just a mystery. So I'm still just a guinea pig hoping that this auto transplant is gonna work. You know, your liver gets congested and then it's overwhelmed, and so it just starts sending stuff like, hey kidney, I need some help here. So then the kidney starts trying to process all those toxins when that's not even its job. Its job is to do toxins from liquids, but not from foods or things that just keep getting recirculated back into your bloodstream, right? So I think people with kidney stones, kidney issues, it would benefit, absolutely benefit.